All right, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're slicing right into the massive excitement surrounding Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah.
That's the 9th mainline game, of course, set for February 27, 2026. And the buzz is just deafening, especially about, who's actually the protagonist.
Right.
So our mission today, let's distill the confirmed facts from the really compelling rumors and maybe figure out what this means for the whole future of Resident Evil.
Absolutely. And we're going to cut through all the speculation using, well, everything we have, official announcements, what we saw at the Gamescom 2025 demo, and yes, those pretty credible industry leaks that have been floating around. This isn't just about like one character. It's really about Capcom's whole strategy, their long-term vision for where the series is going, how it's evolving.
Okay, so let's unpack the first big reveal then. The confirmed main protagonist is Grace Ashcroft, completely new face.
Totally.
She's an FBI technical analyst, and they've made it really clear she's not a super soldier type.
Right.
They're emphasizing vulnerability, saying she's completely out of her depth, needs to rely on wits, ingenuity, not just firepower. Feels like a real pivot.
It does. And what's really fascinating here is Grace's link to the lore. It's surprising, but definitive. She's confirmed as the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft.
From Resident Evil Outbreak, really?
And from the Outbreak series.
Yeah.
And this isn't just some small Easter egg, right? It actually pulls those games, which were kind of spin-offs, directly into the main canon, adds a whole new layer.
Wow.
And her whole design, it just screams classic survival horror, emphasis on stealth, careful resource management, puzzles, and they mentioned an adaptive enemy AI.
Adaptive, so they learn.
Apparently. Foes that actually learn from your tactics, forcing you to mix things up. Plus, that classic relentless stalker enemy is back to keep the pressure high.
Okay, but wait, that's not the whole story, is it? Because even with all this focus on Grace, there's really compelling evidence, especially from reliable leakers like Dusk Golem, suggesting Leon S. Kennedy is also a main co-protagonist.
Exactly. So not just Grace's story, but potentially two intertwined narratives.
Which brings up a big question. Why two leads?
Well, the leaks suggest Requiem is being set up as Leon's last major role in the timeline. Sort of a long-awaited ending for him.
A send-off.
Kind of a changing of the guard, yeah. And strategically, this lets Capcom do two things at once. You get Grace's tense, stealthy, resource-thin horror experience.
Right, the classic feel.
And then you likely get Leon's segments, which could be more action-heavy, higher stakes, maybe even using that rumored redesigned cooperative partner system. It would fit perfectly with Leon.
So it sounds like Capcom's trying to walk this really fine line, pleasing both the old-school horror fans and the newer action-oriented players.
Right.
That's ambitious.
It's definitely ambitious, but it could be a masterstroke.
This dual structure seems designed specifically to appeal to both camps. Survival horror purists get their fix, action fans get theirs. It blends the classic and modern eras.
Makes sense.
And it's probably good to clear up a couple of fan theories you might have seen buzzing around online.
Okay, yeah. Grace is not Rosemary Winters. The timelines just don't work. Grace's story is 2028. Rose's epilogue in Village was way later, like 2037. And again, Grace is explicitly Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter. That's confirmed.
Gotcha. No Rose connection. What about Chris?
Yeah, Chris Redfield's whole BSAA plotline from Village, the shady stuff, probably not central here.
So don't expect answers on that front in Requiem.
Unlikely. They'll probably save that for maybe another game or different media.
Let Requiem focus on Grace and Leon's stories.
So Resident Evil Requiem, it's looking like both a fresh start with Grace Ashcroft and maybe a really poignant final chapter for a legend like Leon. That's quite the balancing act.
It really is. And if you look at the bigger picture, this game feels less like just another sequel and more like a strategic bridge. It's honoring the series' history, its roots, while also charting a new course forward. So the interesting question for you listening is what stands out about this blend, this mix of horror roots and action evolution? And what do you think this signals for Resident Evil after 2026? Where does it go from here?